Hey everybody, in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make a 3D coil or spring. And there's a really cool feature that will do a lot of the work for us. First though, we need to start off with some basic 2D shapes. The first thing that I'm going to do is I need to start with an axis. So I'm going to use my line tool and I'm going to draw a vertical 5-inch line, which is ultimately going to end up becoming my axis. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my circle tool and I'm going to start somewhere towards the bottom of this vertical line and off to the left. So I'm going to start, let's say, right about here. I'm going to make this circle 1/2 of an inch, so 0.5. Okay, these are the only two things that you end up needing to draw. So, the tool that's going to help us do a lot of this is called Coil, and that's going to be found up under the 3D Model tab. And typically it's going to start off showing you, oops, sorry about that, sweep. So if you click under the drop-down arrow for sweep, you're going to come down to Coil. And just like with extrude, you'll get a pop-up window that wants some information from you. So the first thing that you need to tell the option is the profile. So I'm going to click on the arrow next to profile. The profile is the thing or the shape that you actually want to wrap around the axis. So I want to wrap this circle around the axis. The next thing you need to tell it is, okay, what is your axis going to be? My axis is going to be the vertical line that I drew. So I'm going to click on that. Once you have those two things clicked and highlighted, you'll see this green line. This is the beginning of your coil. Now, if this is going in the wrong direction, let's say that you wanted this to go downward for some reason. You can flip the direction right here with these little red and black arrows. If I click it and zoom out, it'll start to move the coil downward. I want mine to go up, so I'm going to flip it back. The next thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to look and click on this tab right here that's called Coil Size. And there's two options in here that we're going to have to change. The first option is going to be pitch. This is essentially the slope of the coil. Okay, so this circle is going to rise at a pitch of 1 inch. Okay, now depending on the coil or the spring or whatever object you're drawing, that's something you're going to have to measure. For right now, I'm going to leave it at 1 inch. Revolution. How many times do I want this circle to wrap or spiral around my axis? So if you see, it has made 1/2 of a revolution here, and it comes back. That is 1 full revolution. Now, let's say I wanted this coil to go all the way to the top of my vertical 5-inch line. I'm going to have to change this number here. Let's start with 5. If I zoom out, that's pretty close. Okay, so again, you can change the revolutions to whatever you need. Okay, you can also change the pitch. Let's say I wanted this coil to be, I don't know, a little less rigid. So I might change this to, I don't know, let's go to 2 inches. Okay, and that can stretch it out. So I'm going to change it back to what I needed. I needed a 1-inch pitch or slope, and I needed 5 revolutions. So I'm going to click OK. And boom, there is my coil. Okay. The other thing I want to show you with this is, let's say you wanted this coil to be larger, have a larger diameter, like make a really, really fat spring. All you have to do is go back, click your undo arrow, go back to your sketch. The distance from the axis over to your circle is going to be the radius of the spring. So if I wanted to make a wider spring, all I have to do is click, and I'm going to slide my circle out a little bit farther. Go back to 3D Model, choose Coil. I'm going to use this profile. I'm going to select my axis again, which is my vertical line. And I'm going to click OK. And now if you notice, the coil is much, much wider in diameter.